Hello, this is Carole Smith of SynNeo, and today we're going to start off our Facebook marketing course, and this is lesson 1, module 1. We are going to, in this course of ours, what we're going to do is we're going to bring you right through from getting familiar with Facebook to the end, where you are familiar with putting content up there, how often to post, and Facebook advertising. But today what we're going to do is we're going to start off with lesson 1. And this lesson is aimed at those of you who are just have maybe got a profile created in Facebook, but really other than that you haven't gotten very familiar with the site. Also, it is aimed at people who perhaps because their business has changed or their role has changed, that they're now having to either manage a Facebook page, brand page for the business, or they are perhaps managing a team, and of that team there are those managing your Facebook marketing, and you want to just be a little bit more aware of how it all works. So we're going to be looking at that in this lesson, in lesson 1. It's getting familiar with Facebook at a very entry level. So let's get started. I'm just going to go live into Facebook, and I'm going to show you the login page. I'm just going to log in here. Now, for those of you who are, as I say, not terribly familiar with Facebook, what happens when you log in is you go straight into what is the incoming page. So this is the page where anyone that you've actually connected with, so any of your friends, your family that you've befriended on the Facebook site, you're going to see their content in this stream here. You're also going to see in here if you have followed brand pages, and it's important for those of you that are either managing or going to be managing brand pages or have people managing brand pages for you, just to understand where your content is going to come in on the Facebook page, because it's important, again, going back to the user experience, which we will talk about in another lesson. For now, what we're going to do is just have a look at the Facebook page that we have when we come in here. And I'm going to walk you through what it is that you're seeing so that you understand it. So across the top, as you can see, is the URL. And underneath that, the blue border there, and you've got there your search. And it's in here that you're going to search for people that you could be looking for. And as it says, places and things. Now, for example, if you were looking for a brand page, this is where you're going to put the name in as you know it, and then just hit there, and you're going to have Facebook come back with the search results for you. Over here you'll see the image that I've got here is the image that I've actually created on my profile. It's got my first name here. It's important to understand this, again, for managing brand pages, where I'm now on my personal profile. Here's the home page. That's where we are at the moment. That's the Find Friends. That's the tool or feature that Facebook has here to actually search out for friends and family, people that you want to connect with. Here, if I click on this very quickly, that's friends requests. If anybody is sending in some friend requests to you, that's where you're going to see them. Here is your messages. I'm going to click off that if you don't mind. But that is where your messages are going to come in, but you're also going to see them over here. To the right of that, you will sometimes see a little red mark there. You probably will see that on a fairly regular basis when you go in, but that will tell you how many notifications you've got. And notifications means, in this sense, and again, it'll be a little bit different for your brand page, but what it means is perhaps somebody has commented on a post that you've put up, a family, a friend member, someone that you've connected here on a brand page that's going to be one of your fans. It's important to note that. To the right of that, you'll see here is the privacy shortcut. And I would say to all of you, I think it's really important that you do go in here and get very familiar with the privacy settings on Facebook. This is a very, very secure tool. There's a lot of bad press out there about Facebook and people putting up stuff on Facebook and people seeing it. If you have your Facebook page locked down, you can have it in such a way that nobody can see your content. So what you want to do is go into your privacy here, who can see my stuff. You can decide just that, who can see my stuff, who can connect with me. I have basic filtering on here. You could have strict filtering if you wanted to. Who can send me friend requests? Again, I've got friends of friends, but you could have it. You could have it at everyone. It's up to you how you want to set these. So I would suggest to you that you do get familiar with them. And the last one here actually is how do I stop somebody from bothering me? So there are, when it comes to privacy, I'm always saying to businesses that I'm working with, or people I'm working with, the privacy settings are there if you want to use them. So it's up to you as to what you want to do there. On the right hand side of those privacy settings, you'll see here, use Facebook as. And this is very, very important. I would be managing or administrator on multiple pages, and you'll see here Facebook is asking me who do you want to use Facebook as. This is important because right now I'm in my own profile, but here you'll see the various different pages that I'm an administrator on. Once I go in here or click into any one of these, I leave this persona behind and I'm now in the business persona. But I'm doing this from the one login that I have, which is my regular Facebook login and password. So it's important to remember this, and I think it's something that perhaps some businesses maybe don't really understand how this works, or the people that are using it, administrators don't really understand. And this is the best way, by the way, of managing brand pages. I know, again, I see companies, they set up a brand page and they might put in something like an info@abccompany.com and a password, and they share that out among administrators. But there are downsides to that. One of the things that does come up is if I actually log in as me, but I'm an administrator on a page, will people be able to see my content? No, they won't. So, for example, on the social media coach, let's just say, once I'm in there, whatever goes on here in this guy's, as in Carole, there's no crossover. So there are fans on this page, friends on this one, and they do not cross over unless they are both, obviously, but they will not see, for fans on this page, will not see content on my profile. Again, depending on my privacy settings, so that's another thing. We know a lot of kids nowadays, what they're doing is they're actually putting their privacy settings to public, and public means public. So again, that's a choice, but just be aware of this. This is how you would access your brand pages. Over here, just over here on the left hand side, as you can see, you've got your newsfeed, which is this. This is called the newsfeed, and as you can see, I would follow quite a lot of brand pages. Just want to show you something here. You can see this is a company that, well, first of all, the important thing on Facebook is about a referral. So you'll see it's a friend of mine, and he's liked a particular page. So here it is, it's showing up in my news feed. And you'll know when something is actually an ad on Facebook, because generally you'll see something like this. So just to keep that in mind. So what I'm trying to say to you is in the midst of your family and friends posting updates, you're going to have brand content. And I'm always saying, be aware of the fact that this is my private space. If I like your page, it's because something on your page has obviously attracted me, that I've liked, and I'm inviting you into my private space. And for anyone who's managing a brand page, it's important that you understand that. And I say it because, for the simple fact that if you're coming into my private space, that I don't want you doing things like really pushing your hard sell tactics at me. It's why images work well. It's why again, because it's in my space, images will always work well to sort of attract attention. But again, we're going to go into content on another lesson that we've got. So for now, I just want to go across the top and tell you to get familiar with all of the stuff here in the top banner. For your profile, you can just simply go in and you can edit your profile. You see it's right there at the top, edit your profile. Put in all of the details that you do or you don't want to have. And Facebook will ask you for, and will prompt you as well, even after you've created your profile, to fill in stuff like your education, but more to the point, things like your interests. What are you interested in? And again, that becomes very, very important for Facebook targeted, very targeted advertising. So all of this is where you're going to go in and you want to get familiar with. So I'm going to just go back over here, and I'm going to click on one of the pages that I administer, okay, or I'm an administrator on, okay? And now I'm in there. Now, the only reason I'm seeing this part up here, this is called the administrator panel, is because I am an administrator, so Joe Blogs is not going to see that. So you'll see how easy it is. I've gone from, if you look up here, I've gone from being Carole to the name of the brand page, in this case, the social media coach. You'll see your home page. Now, the home page here is the pages that the social media coach has liked, okay? Not Carole. So here, the home pages are going to be any pages that your brand page has decided has liked. Now, you'll see here, on a brand page, it will show, now by the way, it will show the top, sorry, not the top, it shows 5 pages that you've liked, but it's a random selection by Facebook, so it won't always stay with those 5. But what happens is, if this page has liked various different pages, when you go into home here, you'll see the content that they've uploaded. Now, so just remember, when you're in here, as in my case, you would see Carole at the top, you would see home. If it were Carole at the top and home, what I'm going to see is the content that's uploaded by my family and friends, and any brands that me, Carole, the individual, has followed. In here, where I've come in over here, as you can see, use Facebook as Carole, as in this case, I'm using it as a social media coach. Here, I'm now looking at the home page, or sorry, the brand page, as it is, the social media coach. And if I were to go into home, what I'm going to see is the content from the pages that I'm following as a brand page. Okay, so just hopefully that's kind of clear on that. Now, what I want to do is, I'm not going to go into, on this particular lesson, I'm not going to go into how to do any too much on the brand page. We'll cover that in another lesson. I just want to make sure that for now you're clear about how to get in and out of your brand pages. So I'm going to just go back up here again, and I'm going to use Facebook as Carole. So I'm back now to me, the individual. Now, just to show it to you, this is my own, if you like, what I put out there. So this is my profile. So you can see up here. So this is the content that I put out to my friends and family. So again, if I go over to home, it's the incoming stuff that's coming in from friends and family and brand pages that you're following. Now, over here, something to just be aware of. In messages, there are 2 folders in here, and a lot of people don't know this. What Facebook have done is, in your messages, you get your regular messages for if somebody wants to privately message you. Okay, what they can do is they can actually put a post up here if they want, but if they want to privately message you, they will message you, they can message you here. Just be aware that there is a second folder. I'll just show you very quickly, and it's called Other, and it's pretty much what's called the spam folder. And what goes in there is messages from people who are not friends of yours that Facebook deem as possible spam. Now, the thing about it is you might have messages in there that you haven't checked that are from legitimate people, but it's fallen into the spam folder. It's a bit like email in that sense. So it's no harm just checking that every once in a while and just seeing if you have any messages in your other folder, because it won't come up here. You'll just see the messages. You've got your events. If you've been invited to an event, you'll see it in there. Find friends. Again, Facebook is always about finding friends for you. And we're not going to go into Ads Manager yet, but this will happen in another of our lessons, so we will do that. So what I want to do is I want to just show you very quickly an update. This is where you update Facebook. And this is similar on your brand page. So if you want to just put something out there, I mean, again, Facebook is very good, you know, prompts you what's on your mind. So you could put something up here. Let's see, creating my, lesson one, module, do something more interesting, this module 1 of my Facebook marketing. Be good if I could spell, wouldn't it? Stay on this page. Marketing course. I'm still not spelling too well. Okay, so you know what? You're going to put something a little bit more interesting in there than that. Now, when you've actually got the text done, you can go ahead and post it. The thing to remember is, there's a couple of things. The first thing to think about is who do I want to see this? And remember we talked about earlier about your privacy settings, which I hope you will go in and look at. But you've got options here. You can actually have it at public. I would suggest you think that through if that's what you're going to do. It is effective. And I do use it at times, you know, for content that I might be putting up there, but I'm very selective about the content that I put out and put a public setting. But you've got different settings, as you can see, and probably the default one for you is going to be friends. You can create lists, by the way. So, for example, I've created one for family. So if I've got maybe, you know, something that I want to share with just my family, then what I can do is I can put in the text, and there's probably going to be a photograph which I'll add to it, and I'll make sure that this is set at family. And only those people who have been invited into that group will see that content on Facebook. So even with your privacy settings, you know, that you've got it set and it seems to, you know, you've got it nailed down the way you want it to be, you can actually bring it even in closer again. So you've got different options within Facebook again, when it comes to content and who's going to see what you're going to put out there. So just on this, creating my, as I said, well, I won't go into that, putting the text together, as you can see it. If I want to add a photo, it prompts me and upload a photo, and this is going to be, or a video that you might have created. And it's going to prompt you to go into your PC, your laptop, whatever it is that you're using, and pull up the photo that you want to attach. And all you're going to do is, let me just move down here. Let's just say, for example, I wanted to do something like that. And what I would do is, so I've got my text, whatever it is, I've got my image, whatever it might be. I can put in if, for example, if it was a family event or whatever it might be, or for that matter, if it was a brand, if it was an event that you were holding as a business, you know, you might put in here the name of the people who attended. So you've got all of these different options. This will actually ask you where did this event or where did this take place, and you can put it in. You can put in one of these little smiley faces if you so deem. And all you would do is you would then hit post. And that's it. So I'm going to just actually post that for the moment and just show you what happens. So there it is. It's gone into my newsfeed, which means that any of my friends are going to see that. Now, for the moment, I'm going to just go over here, and if you see, slightly grayed out, but if you hover over that, I'm going to delete it. Just, okay, to show you how easy it is to delete something as well, all right? So we're coming up to the end of our lesson 1. I just wanted to give you some overview of your privacy settings, what to do in there, how you know, the various different options you have available to you for settings on your posts, and how it is that you access into your brand pages from your profile. So, okay, I'm hoping that will give you a nice start, easy sort of entry level into Facebook. And our next lesson, we're going to be going in a little bit more detail into putting content up here and looking more at your brand page. So for now, I just want to say thank you very much, and I'm going to give you some details here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but there you go. I'm just going to, that would be fantastic if I could do that very well. I'm just going to give you some details here, and you can see, if you want to contact me, the various different options available to you. So for now, what I want to say is thank you very much, and I hope you found our first lesson a useful one for you. Happy to